2019 flooding is impacting more than just people. How one community is struggling to keep up with the damage as equipment there is now being affected.
Plus, an easy way for you to get to Chicago from the Quad Cities could be coming. Why some aren't happy about where the money will come from.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good morning, everybody, on this Tuesday morning. I'm Richard Terry.
And I'm Alexandria Ikomoni. Thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning. Right now, the Davenport Fire Department is trying to figure out how a home caught on fire last night. A fire caused major damage, and it's new this morning.
It happened on West 14th Street around 10:30 last night. Neighbors smelled smoke and called 911 when they saw flames shooting out of the house's windows. It took crews more than an hour to get the flames under control. No word this morning on if anyone was home at the time. It's been a nonstop process for many trying to keep the floodwaters at bay. And while neighbors are feeling the effects, the equipment helping fight the water is also starting to reach its limits.
That's right. It turned into a race Sunday to keep a small neighborhood in West Davenport from flooding. We've been following the flood fight on West River Drive across from Credit Island. Local 4 Sean Logging tells us how this latest flooding almost forced them to leave.
It's a thunderous chorus helping keep a small neighborhood dry.
We had them shut off for just a few days, but I mean, they've been running almost constant for the past 90 days, nonstop.
So when they go quiet,
3 pumps went out at the same time, and we found out that the city pump was clogged with rocks.
it's the worst kind of silence for Pee Wee Auto Sales owner Margie Jump, who's lived in this area for nearly 50 years.
6 hours that it was like panic mode down here.
And Lisa Benningfield with Credit Island Bait Shop says the news came as her daughter received a high school diploma.
I watched her walk across the stage and I got a text message stating, "Our pumps are failing. We have 3 hours to either come up with a pump or get out."
The primary threat this time wasn't along River Drive.
It's pretty much the backwaters that come up from the railroad that has hit us now.
Like a moat, water quickly rising in the ditch and alley.
Water clean up to the sand here.
Luckily, evacuations didn't become a need. Neighbors, friends, and the city getting most of the pumps running again and renting another one. It's part of an ongoing flood fight, now in round 3 of building and tearing down sandbag walls based on the actions of the river.
They came down last week, took all of our sandbags, and we were back to square one again.
But as the water falls back again, these neighbors aren't trusting the river because they're tired of playing with the pumps and sand.
We're not taking our stuff down. We are keeping it up until we know this river is going down.
Margie tells us she's also dealing with a flooded basement since last month. She thinks it'll be a while before it's pumped out. Now, one thing they're still looking for right now is helping hands to fill more sandbags. They want enough on standby in case water goes up again.
The Quad City Animal Welfare Center's Spay, Neuter, and Wellness Clinic has reopened their doors once again. 18
animals were rescued after a fire dryer at their location 3 weeks ago. Since then, staff have been picking up the pieces to get back up and running. Now, Local 4's Andrea Medina joins us live in Milan. Good morning, Andrea. Are things getting back to normal at the clinic?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, so staff are slowly getting back into the routine of things, and while they are back open, so that's all that really matters to them the most, just because they're able to help out the animals, they're able to help out animals out, throughout the Quad Cities area. And here with me now, though, is Stacy. She is one of the directors out here. Now, Stacy, I'm sure it was a very surreal moment for you getting the phone call saying that the building was on fire. I mean, just talk to me just kind of about the damage that was left behind and what else you guys have to do to kind of replace it.
Yeah, if it's your worst nightmare to get a contacted like that. We thank the Black Hawk Fire Department and all the first responders that came out, but this is our laundry room, and so it started here in our dryer, and we're still investigating how that started. Damage throughout the building was mostly smoke damage, thank goodness. So the ceiling will need replaced. We'll have to repaint everything. The dryer's obviously gone. The washer is not usable. But every single thing in this building that was open, so gloves, syringes, food, numerous things, none of those we were able to use after the fire because of the smoke damage.
It's just crazy just how much that impacts you guys. Now, one thing that's kind of a positive thing about this is that you guys had a fire safe wall, which helped contain the fire from not spreading throughout the whole building.
Yeah, this is a fire safe wall back here, and I tell you, it also made a huge difference that we had an alarm that went off and that the responders were here so quickly. And so, yeah, it made a huge difference.
Well, thank you so much, Stacey. We really appreciate that. And so coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to have more information how you guys can help out either by donating or by fostering an animal here at the shelter and the clinic. Anchor Alexandria, back to you guys.
Joy, thank you. We're definitely looking forward to that update there. And you can help find recovering from the flood at a local hardware store. They're partnering with FEMA to help you. Now, the agency tells Local 4 News mitigation specialists are on hand to walk you through the process to get back on your feet. The goal is to help the current cleanup and to lessen the chance of damage during future disasters. The specialists will be at Hyman's Westside Ace Hardware through Saturday, and FEMA is looking to put on more events like this for you in the future.
It could soon be as simple as hopping on a train to get to Chicago from the Quad Cities. Illinois' $45 billion infrastructure plan is now waiting on a signature from Governor J.B. Pritzker.
And Local 4 News first told you about Rebuild Illinois last month. The plan sets aside $225 million to finish a rail line. Some of you in the Illinois side aren't happy about how the state's coming up with this money. Local 4's Grace Runkle has more.
It's typical Illinois.
I think it's pretty terrible.
It gets to the point to where you just start to get used to it because, you know, Illinois is hurting right now.
Starting July 1st, Illinois residents will be paying an additional 19 cents per gallon at the pump. That's about $100 extra every year. Lawmakers estimate it will generate an extra $1.2 billion for infrastructure projects, like the Moline to Chicago train.
If it's going to help to go to something good, then it's all worth it.
But not everyone is that optimistic.
They claim it's going to be used for roads and bridges and all the infrastructure that we need. I have my doubts.
And Jerry Nesbitt worries the extra 19 cents will have people filling up somewhere else.
I think a lot of our customers in Illinois are going to go to Iowa, and that's going to be a big problem for us here in Illinois.
Local 4 News spoke with the executive director of the Midwest High-Speed Rail Association over the phone. He says the funding is a huge step, but we asked these lifelong residents if they thought the train was any closer to the station.
I have to see it to believe it.
Can I laugh and that be the answer? Yeah.
Grace Runkle reporting. The executive director of the Midwest Rail Association says for him, this clears out any uncertainty about the train, but he says he's not sure when he'll start to see results.
All right, 6:08 now on this Tuesday morning. Rainy start to the day. Really made for things to move a little bit slower as we woke up this morning.
I don't know about you, but it was definitely hard to get out of bed this morning, making it work just because you hear the pedal, you hear the raindrops just a little bit. Makes you want to stay in bed, but that's not real life, and we're hoping that the rain can end soon.
Isn't real life such a pain sometimes?
It is. It can.
You know, waking up on a Tuesday, kicking you in the teeth.
That's exactly what it is.
Maybe just me. All righty.
No.
Here this morning, taking a look at the Tower Cam 2.0. Just a gorgeous start here this morning. A lot of cloud cover outside, but hey, it's all right. Nice and calm. The rain's cleared out, so that's all we care about. We don't need any rain. As far as I'm concerned, anytime it's dry, from now on, it's gorgeous. 63 in Moline, 63 in Davenport as well. Winds out of the south right now at 15 miles per hour. There's going to be a little gusty today, but we are going to climb back all the way up into the mid and lower 80s here as we get into the afternoon after this nice warm start right now. Now, is it dry for everybody? No, especially north of I-80 still. This lingering line of showers and a few storms as well making their way through the area, getting into Galena here this morning. Still lingering for eastern Maquoketa and also parts of Whiteside and Carroll County as well. That's going to continue to clear off towards the east, and our forecast puts us all the way up into the lower 80s here this afternoon. So 82 the high temperature. A few evening storms on the way for us as well. We got to remain weather aware about. And then tonight there's a linger through, mid 60s as we go through the night as well. But overall, not a bad day for us here. Just a little bit of rain by the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, we can deal with that, I suppose.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be all right.
Good temperature at least.
Sure.
Feels good outside.
It does. It does. It doesn't look too bad from the tower cam either.
No, it's a little gray, but
You know.
hey, that's tower cam for
Yeah.
you. What
What
you
can you say? An eye in the sky.
Coming up, how the market can impact your investments.
That's the discussion up next for your money.
Time now, 6:10. You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with Frederick Terry, Alexandria Ikomoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.